hand, dude. Can't see his hands. Can't see. He's reaching. He's reaching. He's reaching.
Good. Good.
You better pray my dog ain't shot.
Everybody breathe. I got it.
3, 2, 1, pull him towards me.
On May 23rd, 2026, a routine shooting call in Cleveland, Ohio, turned into one of the most dangerous police encounters of the year. Officers rushed to help a wounded man who had just been shot, but they had no idea the gunman was still nearby. Within minutes, the officers responding to save a life would become the next targets. Bullets would tear into patrol vehicles. Multiple officers would be injured, and a citywide manhunt would push law enforcement to its limits. What makes this case even more disturbing is how quickly everything spiraled out of control. What began as a shooting investigation would soon become an armed ambush, followed by a desperate pursuit through the streets of Cleveland. It was the evening of May 23rd when officers were flagged down by a 33-year-old man suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Despite his injuries, the victim remained conscious and was able to tell officers that the shots had come from somewhere behind him. While paramedics rushed in to provide emergency treatment, officers immediately secured the area and began searching for the shooter. Every second counted. If the suspect was still nearby, anyone in the area could become the next victim. Officers quickly began speaking with nearby witnesses, hoping someone had seen exactly what happened. Their search led them to a nearby business where several people described watching a frightening scene unfold only moments earlier. According to witnesses, two men had been standing near an auto parts store when a dark-colored vehicle slowly approached. After a brief interaction, the driver allegedly pulled out a handgun and opened fire before speeding away. The vehicle disappeared within seconds. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far and appreciate factual, in-depth coverage of real police encounters, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. We bring you new true crime investigations every week, and this case is only getting more intense.
He shot his own car somewhere. Check yourself. Body check. Body check.
Bro.
Dude, it hit our zone car, dude.
Are you good? I don't know. I got hit in the elbow or something.
Check. Hold on. Don't move. Check.
Union. I feel like my elbow or some shit.
Take your vest off. Take your vest off.
Officer, saving, okay?
Hey, wait. What's wrong with
It went through.
It went
Look,
through.
What's this right here? As soon as I saw him.
Yeah, he's slow local on Broadway to the west.
Are you on Broadway?
Yeah, he's on Broadway passing Finn right now.
I'm not gonna be able to wait for SWAT.
South 49 from Broadway.
Take your hands up, boy. You'll be on that thing. Heading up to chase him.
8280, I'm going to attempt to light him up in Bryden 49, southbound 49.
Yeah, I got it. Light him up.
Vehicles fleeing, southbound 49. Eastbound Ham from 49, speeds 35.
You have my permission to pursue. If you cars will chase the rest of the area, please.
Southbound 55 from Dolph, speeds 40.
480, go to your front door.
Continuing southbound, speed 75, passing Mound. No traffic. Still continuing south on 55, speeds 82. No traffic. Slowing for the red light at Fleet. Continuing past Fleet. Still south 55, speeds 50.
You see if the sheriff's coming through. County.
8280 is still waving me on. He's still southbound approaching Harvard right now. Might stop. Eastbound Hague. Henry Edward, George Edward. Speeds 40. 40. Southbound 58. Approaching Harvard.
Armed with the witness descriptions, officers spread throughout the area searching for the suspect vehicle. It didn't take long. A patrol unit soon located a car matching the description. Officers cautiously moved into position, preparing to conduct what they believed would be a high-risk traffic stop. But before they could even make contact, everything changed. Without warning, gunfire erupted. The suspect allegedly fired directly at the approaching patrol vehicle. Bullets slammed into the cruiser, sending shattered glass and metal fragments throughout the cabin. Officers instinctively ducked for cover while checking each other for injuries. One officer realized fragments had struck his arm. Another discovered a bullet had pierced the patrol vehicle only inches away from where they had been sitting. It was a narrow escape. What had started as an investigation had suddenly become a direct attack on law enforcement. Instead of surrendering, the suspect accelerated away, forcing officers into an immediate pursuit. As patrol units fell in behind the fleeing vehicle, dispatchers coordinated additional officers across nearby streets. Knowing they were chasing someone who had already shot a civilian and had now allegedly fired at police.
Bound Harvard.
Gunfire, we're hit. Harvard hit.
How do you relocate that?
K9, doing them.
80-80 shots fired at my vehicle. I think struck my vehicle. I returned fire. Still eastbound, approaching 7-1.
7-4 Harvard. Still in there over here.
Still eastbound, approaching 7-4.
Another car looking.
I'm backing off a little bit. I don't see anybody else with me. I'm approaching Broadway.
Which officer's truck?
Permission to pit if we can. 80-20, I'm on secondary. You call it out.
Do they have permission to pit?
You can pit successfully. Please do it to get in this.
Bubba, you okay? You okay? You okay? You okay?
Down on Harvard. 160. 760 right now.
Hey, buddy, get in the back. You okay? Are you hurt? Get in the back, Bubba. Get in the back. Vader, I need you in the back, Bubba.
On Harvard. Still approximately 70 miles an hour right now. On traffic.
Notify Garfield. Ask him to assist. They have a grappler.
Hold on 153 from Harvard. Let's check their warrants on those.
Eastbound Chagrin, Kinsman.
The pursuit quickly intensified as the suspect raced through Cleveland streets, ignoring traffic signals and weaving through intersections in an apparent attempt to escape. Officers maintained communication, constantly updating the suspect's location, direction of travel, and speed while additional units moved into position ahead of the chase. Then, the situation became even more dangerous. As officers continued following the vehicle, the suspect allegedly fired additional shots toward pursuing patrol cars. One police vehicle was struck during the exchange, sending debris into the passenger compartment. Faced with an immediate threat, one officer returned fire while trying to maintain control of the cruiser. Despite the gunfire, officers refused to give up the pursuit. Allowing an armed suspect to disappear into the city posed an even greater danger to the public. The chase stretched across multiple neighborhoods as supervisors carefully balanced the risks of continuing the pursuit against the possibility of more innocent people being harmed if the suspect escaped. Specialized units joined the operation while officers searched for the safest opportunity to end the chase. Eventually, the pursuit reached its turning point. The suspect lost control of the vehicle. The car crashed. Within seconds, officers surrounded the wreckage from multiple directions. Knowing the suspect had allegedly fired at both civilians and police, every officer approached with extreme caution. Even after the crash, no one could assume the danger was over. Repeated commands were given as officers watched every movement inside the vehicle. A police K-9 team was deployed to help secure the scene, while officers carefully moved in to take the suspect into custody. Following a brief struggle, the suspect was safely restrained and the threat was finally brought under control. As investigators pieced together the events, the full scale of the incident became clear.
A formal request. Okay.
Crash, 154 Chagrin.
Okay. Hold on.
Show me your hands! Show me your hands! Now! Now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Kill you, motherfucker! You shooting me? Get on the ground! Now! Give me your hand, dude. Get his hands! He's reaching! He's reaching! He's reaching!
Good? Good.
You better pray my dog ain't shot.
Everybody breathe. I got it.
3, 2, 1, pull him towards me. Gotta pull the over.
I got his arm. Listen, I got his arm. I'm not letting it.
Gotta pull the over now.
Over.
I got one arm.
Go him to the
Resisting. Stop resisting.
I'm dead.
We need to find out if he's shot after he's cuffed. I return fire at him.
The civilian who first alerted officers had suffered 2 gunshot wounds before police ever arrived. During the pursuit, 5 Cleveland police officers were injured. One officer suffered shrapnel injuries after a bullet struck the driver's side door of a patrol vehicle. Another sustained facial injuries from shattered glass and flying debris. 3 additional officers were injured in separate crashes caused during the pursuit. Fortunately, every injured officer received medical treatment and was later released from the hospital. The police K-9 involved in the arrest was not injured. Authorities identified the suspect as 24-year-old Brian Branch. He suffered a broken leg during the crash and was transported to a hospital before being taken to the Cuyahoga County Jail. Investigators also recovered a firearm from inside the suspect's vehicle. According to court records, prosecutors initially filed several felony charges related to the shooting of the civilian and the attacks on responding officers. As the investigation continued, a grand jury later returned an expanded indictment that included multiple counts of attempted murder, felonious assault, firearm-related offenses, property damage, assault involving a police K-9, and charges connected to fleeing law enforcement. During his arraignment, Brian Branch pleaded not guilty to the charges. His bond was later increased to $1 million while the case proceeded through the court system. As with every criminal case, all allegations must ultimately be proven in court. This case is a powerful reminder of how quickly a routine emergency response can turn into a life-threatening confrontation. Officers who arrived expecting to rescue a shooting victim suddenly found themselves fighting to survive while trying to prevent an armed suspect from causing even more harm. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more professionally narrated true crime investigations and real police body cam cases, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We upload new stories every week, bringing you factual, original coverage of some of the most intense criminal cases and police encounters from around the country. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.